Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome to my channel, girl. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button because you will not be disappointed. Yeah, today's video, as you can tell by the description, is going to be a sort of a product review. I'm going to be trying the the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation for the first time, and it better be cute. My shade is, I wonder if all of them start with blend. Maybe they all start with blend. I don't know. It's blend. I'm 3.75, and actually this sticker looks a little deep for my skin color, but you know, we just gonna see what she does. I've already moisturized, so now I'm just gonna go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. She has been really good to me so far. All right. I was a little reluctant to get this foundation, honestly, because the girl told me that it was super matte. I don't know why I'm smelling it. It smells a little weird. But anyway, the packaging is super cute. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was. I don't know why. I mean, on camera, I feel like compared to my head, it looks a little big. And it looks, you know, the size I thought it would be. But in person, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. It looks a little small. I'm not going to be using it with a beauty blender today. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Blend and Buff, which has been my fave for these past couple days. And yeah, I'm going to shake it up and we're just going to get right into it. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this if I want to just... I don't know if I locked it or what, because I just did a good 32 pumps and nothing came out. Yep, it was not locked. So let's just keep on pumping. Damn it. Like, is this broken? I'm still clicking away and nothing, literally nothing. No, oh, there we go. We got a pump. Let's just start out with 2 and see what that does. Alright, so let's just go over what this foundation claims to do. Okay, so this is a liquid whip longwear foundation. Weightless buildable whipped liquid can be layered from medium to maximum coverage to address both tone and texture. Never dull and greasy. Skin gets that pro artist velveteen finish that looks picture perfect in real life and on screen. Full coverage velveteen finish, moisture boosting hyaluronic acid, antioxidant rich white birch extract. Okay, it says it's moisture boosting, but the girl in Sephora said it was like super matte. I almost didn't get it for that reason because I have very dry skin, and so yeah, I was like, girl, she doesn't need anything that's super matte. The coverage is very nice, and I did have to work it a little bit with the brush to get it to, you know, to blend out. It wasn't the easiest foundation to work with, but I do like the coverage. It does oxidize a little bit. I'm a little bit darker than my chest area. Not too much, not enough to really complain about, but enough to notice if you're looking for it. So far I really like it. So I'm gonna go in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is my fave. You can get up under these dark eyes, honey. And I'm going to use a Sephora concealer that is like 32 times darker than my complexion to contour with and just buff that out. Now I'm going to go ahead and set the under eye right quick because I don't want her to crease up. I have really like creasy, wrinkly under eyes, and if I don't hurry up and set them, child, they will start to crease and wrinkle and just act a fool. And while that is setting, I'm going to go in and do my little eyebrows. I've really been contemplating changing my eyebrow shape, but I'm sure you know that could be quite scary, and so I have yet to do so because my eyebrow shape has always worked for me. But I feel like, you know, sometimes you should just switch it up. But then again, there's also the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I don't know. I'm just gonna take a MAC bronzer and just go in lightly. I already have like a little contour going on from the cream concealer we use, but you know, just to, you know, set that up right quick and just deepen that a little bit, I'm just gonna go over it some. I saw this post online today on Instagram, and it was, let me read it. Once you've mastered dating F-boys, the universe starts throwing sociopaths your way like, level up, bitch. Let's see what else you can handle. And I thought that was so funny because, one, it was highly relatable because I do have a story time to tell about a sociopath that I just dated, and I had never met anyone or heard of anyone just, you know, really being a real, like a legitimate sociopath, like literally lying about everything, like from everything. What time they woke up, what they ate for lunch, their age, like everything being a lie. I have never in my life before now met somebody who does that. So let me just go ahead and set my little face right quick. Until I dated my ex, which is the guy from my wig fell off on my date story time that actually led to a relationship, child. And it should not have. That was my wig really just trying to, girl, my wig was trying to get the fuck out of there. Clearly she recognized something was wrong with this guy that I did not, and she tried to get the fuck out. I just didn't pick up on the sign. So, ladies, if you go on a date and your wig tries to run after that bitch. Pick up your shit and go to. That's a sign. Nevertheless, that date turned into a relationship, and this guy lied about chill, okay? This guy lied about so much, the most random minute things. He lied about his age. He lied about just random stories in his past that I found out could not have happened. He lied about going to jail before for killing somebody. Like, oh Lord, he lied about having a job. He lied about having a car. He lied about literally everything. Like anything you could think of, he had a lie attached to it. And there were small signs there that I just should have realized. You know, sometimes you don't realize till the end. It's like the end of a movie, like Saw, when they have a flashback of a million different signs throughout the whole movie, and you like, damn, that's, you know, then things come together. That's how I was at the end of our relationship. I should have known when he blocked me on Twitter. Like, I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not. I have a Twitter page now. I have a Twitter account. At the time we started dating, I didn't have one. And then I made one. And as soon as I made it, he blocked me. That was a red flag that I pretty much ignored. And he jokingly said, oh, it's just a joke. I just blocked you. It was a joke. Like, when he did it, it was kind of like, you know, we are together on every other social media account. This was the one thing he didn't have. And I'm like, what's the point? Like, of you blocking me? What are you trying to hide? And because his page had been public, I really didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, and maybe, you know, maybe it's really nothing, because he didn't make it private. He just blocked me, and I could still see shit when I was not logged in. But anywho, that made me start paying attention to the things that he would post. And it really made me like start watching him. And it wasn't even that he was flirting with anybody, because he wasn't. He was posting things about him like being out of town, being in seminars in Dallas. And one time I brought it to his attention. I was like, so why are you saying that you're in Dallas? And he was just like, I'm not. Okay, so the tweet said, talk to y'all later. I'm about to be in the same room as the greatest businessman ever. And then it had a picture of Jeff Bezos and the seminar that he was hosting in Dallas, Texas. He waited like 2 hours to post again after that, and was just singing this man's praises. And then he was just tweeting stuff like, when in Dallas, ... And so when I brought it to his attention and asked him about it, he was like, I can see why you would think that I was saying that I'm in Dallas. I see why it looks that way, but that's not what I was saying. You're assuming that that's what I was saying. And I'm like, he was like, where did I actually say that I was in Dallas? And I'm like, what does when in Dallas mean? He really was sticking to the fact that he never flat out said, I'm in Dallas, right? I thought that was really weird, but then I was like, he is not going to admit that he was out here trying to, you know, flaunt a little bit. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just not gonna push it. Maybe he's just embarrassed that he got caught trying to flex on Twitter. Maybe he's just embarrassed. And so I was just like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Then one day, I'm looking for something. I come across his wallet. I was like, let me look at his license picture. You know how, you know, people, I'm like that. I don't like people looking at my license picture because it's so fucking ugly. It looks like a mugshot. I look like I just got released from prison. Like, that's the picture that they took on the way out before they gave me my little garbage bag of shit. Let me look and see what his picture looks like. That's all it was. It was just trying to peek and see how ugly he is on his license photo. And I noticed his age was younger than what he said he was. So I'm like, oh hell no, homeboy is young as hell, lying about his age. And it wasn't even, no, the age would have been an issue. I could not have dated somebody 2 years younger than me. I mean, I wouldn't have. But unless you just really, really all the way had your stuff together, I ain't for it. Like, I always date guys older than me. I'm really not into dating younger guys, but here I am, tricked into a relationship with one. But that's not even the worst of it, y'all. Before I found out that he was a sociopath and that he was lying about literally everything, we moved in together, right? There was this comedy show coming to town, and I just made mention one day, like, oh, I really want to go. This is going to be a really good lineup. I wasn't even necessarily asking him to purchase me tickets. I wasn't, not necessarily, hell, I wasn't asking him to purchase us tickets. So he was like, oh, you want to go? Hold on right quick. And he put me on hold, and then he came back and he was like, you going? I just bought us tickets. Fast forward a couple months, the Twitter thing happens, and I'm noticing, you know, little small things that he's lying on Twitter about. Things like, I just cooked this for lunch, or I'm out of town, and I'm just like, I'm sitting right here, you ain't cooked shit. Like, what are you talking about? And then it's getting closer and closer to the date that we're supposed to go to the comedy show. That Wednesday, I get to work and they tell us that we are supposed to be working that Saturday. It's mandatory. The only way out of it is if you have something that you previously planned, and you have to have proof that you previously planned it, right? So I was like, cool. I talked to my boss and I'm like, hey, I'm going to see Martin Lawrence Saturday. He's like, it's cool, just give me like a ticket stub or send me like a confirmation or a receipt where you purchased the tickets. So I text him, I'm like, hey, can you send me the email confirmation for the show Saturday? And he's like, yeah. 20 minutes go by and I'm like, hey, can you send it now? Like, they just announced that we have to work Saturday. And like, I need this to be able to be off work without penalty. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I was looking for it in my email and I got sidetracked. I was like, okay, cool. Another hour goes by and I'm like, hey, I need this. Like, I need it ASAP. He tells me when I tell him about working Saturday, he's like, oh, we can just cancel and catch another comedy show some other time. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I want to go see Martin Lawrence and the people that he's coming with. I don't want to cancel. I'm not canceling. And he just was like, LOL. So about another hour goes by and he still has not sent me anything. And so I text him again. I'm like, hey, I need that email ASAP. Like, I need it now. He said, I'm having a hard time finding it. I can send you a screenshot of the tickets in my basket, like in my cart online. And I'm like, I could get that for them right now. Like I could put 2 tickets in a cart and screenshot that now. That doesn't prove purchase. It was like, yeah, you're right. I'll keep looking. So another 20 minutes go by and I'm getting frustrated. And so I'm starting to think like, because this is around the time little things start to come to me, and I start noticing a lot of the things on his social media that were lies, and just I had seen his license and saw that he wasn't the age he was supposed to be, and I was like, this motherfucker must be lying. I sent him one last message about the tickets, and that's when he hits me with, oh shit, I forgot I sold the tickets last month. I'm like, how in the hell did you forget that you sold the tickets? And that really pissed me off, because don't insult my intelligence. Like, you know damn well you never purchased the tickets. And so I said, since he wants to lie, I'm gonna keep going with his little lie. I'm gonna keep playing his game for just a couple more seconds before I let that ass have it. So I was like, okay, if you purchased the tickets, you should still have the confirmation in your email, so send me that. And he's like, I don't have it. And I'm like, yeah, if you really purchased the damn tickets, you would have that. And he's like, I did purchase it. I have no reason to lie. You know, sociopath, they get mad when you don't believe their lies, as if it's the truth. Like, and he's like, I have no reason to lie, and I delete my emails all the time. Once I sold them, I didn't need that anymore, so I deleted that email as well. I'm like, this man is really gone. He gonna ride this little lie till the wheels fall off. At that point, I was just like, I don't believe that you ever purchased them. Like, just forget it. Now, at this time, we had been living together for 2 months, and our agreement was when he moved in, he would pay the rent. I said that we could go half on the rent, like we could do half and half. And he was like, oh no, I'm gonna pay the whole rent. The first month he was to pay rent, he was a couple days late, but he did give me a money order for the rent. The next time he was to pay rent, tell me why. I am out with my mom that day. I get a text from him saying, hey, I dropped the rent check off, I dropped the money order in the Dropbox. And I was like, so I thought that that was just strange. And I'm one of the type of people that some stuff I just like to do myself just to make sure it gets done and gets done right. I thought to myself, like, I need to check with the office just to make sure everything is okay. But I did not listen to that little inkling. I didn't. I went on about my weekends. The 5th rolls around, 6th rolls around, the 8th comes, and I get a text from him while I'm at work saying, hey, we have a problem, you need to call me ASAP. So I call him and I'm just like, what's up? And he says to me, you need to call the office ASAP in the morning. They put a note on the door saying that the rent was not paid yet. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, are you sure they're saying, you know, it's not the complete amount? Are you are you sure that it has the right address on it? Are you sure they're just not saying that, you know, it's short because I have pet rent and other things that sometimes are added to my rent? And he's like, no, it has the right address, and it's not saying that it's short. It's saying that it has not been paid. They haven't received it. So I'm like, okay, where did you drop this rent check off, or this money order? Because I'm thinking maybe he accidentally put it in the Dropbox for like outgoing mail that's been put in the wrong mailbox. And he's insisting like, no, I put it in the right spot. Definitely is in the right spot. Definitely is in the Dropbox at the office. And I'm like, okay, I'll just call them in the morning. And it occurred to me, I thought to myself, what if he's lying? Like, what if he really did not put the rent check in there? But then I was like, he lives here too, why would he do that? And then I'm just like, why would he bring it to my attention that the letter was on the door? Like, he could have thrown the letter away. He brought it to my attention. It just didn't make sense to me why, if he did not really pay the rent, why things would have happened the way that they did, right? Nevertheless, I call the office and they tell me that they have gone through everything twice and that they would go through everything a 3rd time, but they were asking the same questions I'd asked. Did you put it in the right box? All of this. And then I'm just really going to bat for him, like, yes, he put it in the right box. He says that he put it in the right Dropbox. So they agreed to go through everything one more time for me, just to make sure they weren't overlooking it. And then they said, well, if you could just produce the receipt for the money order on that date that you say you purchased it for that amount, we'll track it down, because if things get lost, we typically don't hold the residents accountable for it. We track and trace everything ourselves. So I'm like, cool. Asking for the receipt, oh, I threw it away. I don't keep them. I've never kept a money order receipt. And I'm like, who in the hell doesn't keep money order receipts? Like, why wouldn't you keep it? And he's just like, I've never had this happen to me. And, you know, I didn't think anything would happen, so I didn't keep it. Y'all, long story short, this motherfucker really had not paid the rent. And that was the final straw. So I had to talk to my leasing office to ask them to allow me to come up with the money. Like, give me a couple of extra days to come up with the money. And of course he told me, don't worry about it, I'll come up with it, this is my mistake, I fucked up, I'll come up with it, don't worry. And then the day comes and I'd already in my mind, of course, because at this point, this was the same week that the comedy thing had happened, and then I had just been noticing a lot more things lately, and I'm like, at this point, I would be a fool to put these eggs in your basket. Like, I would just be dumb to keep counting on you for anything. And so I said, okay. And he told me, you know, don't worry about it. But of course, I had already planned out what I was going to do and how I was going to get the rent paid, because I really knew that he was not going to come through. And so I just saw him to get his stuff and go. Like, sir, just stop. He got some of his things. He didn't get all his stuff. He got some of his stuff and he left. I had not experienced anybody like this. Like, they just lies and lies and lies about the craziest things. Like, so much. He lied about where he worked, the job he had. I called one day looking for him. They said that nobody by that name is there. He lied about living in a condo when we met, and he was actually living with his mama. And the crazy thing is about the condo, like, when we started really dating a lot, he would make comments like, oh, I wish you could come visit me, because he would always come visit me at my apartment. He would make comments like, oh, I wish you could come visit me at my place, but they don't allow dogs. And at the time, I had lost, like, I had 2 dogs, but one had just died, and I was really attached to my little living baby, because, you know, I just lost a child. So I was very attached to Blue, and I wasn't going to leave him anywhere overnight, or, you know, and then we didn't live close, so it would be just very inconvenient for me to spend the night at his place, right? One day my mom was like, oh, you know, just bring me Blue. Like, bring Blue here. I don't mind watching him for you if you want to go have a date night at your boo's place. And when I brought that up to him, all of a sudden, it was time for him to move. Like, he was like, oh, I'm about to move. I'm actually been looking for a place this week. And this was like the 12th of that month, like the beginning of that month. And he was like, yeah, I've already packed up a lot of things. And I'm just like, I found that really weird, because I'm like, you had not mentioned moving before. It's a lot of signs that I should have paid attention to. Like, the signs were definitely there. But he was so, I don't know, he was so charming at other things. Like, he literally really knew everything a woman wanted to hear. Like, he knew all the things that women want. To feel safe, to feel like provided for. Like, he really, when it came to those aspects of what women want, he really went in. He was very gentlemanly. Like, I could say, oh, my back hurts, and it's, oh, let me give you a massage. Like, he literally was just so extra when it came to being affectionate and attentive and caring and all of that. I guess to kind of foreshadow all his damn lies. He lied about being a realtor, like buying and flipping houses. When we first met, that's what he said he did on the side of the job that he lied about having. He lied and said he had 3 houses that he owned and that were being rented out. Child, that was a lie. He said he owned a house in Dallas that he had sold. That was a lie. Like, it's so much that I'm leaving out right now. And then his ass started stalking me, which of course wasn't fun at all. These lashes are foaming lashes. I did a haul on them. I'll put it in the iCards right up there in the corner. Check that out if you are interested in finding you some budget friendly mink lash dupes. They are very nice. I'm just glad that me and my dog made it out alive. Like, all right, Blue, hold on. Like, before him, I really didn't know to look out for these types. Like, I really didn't know men were out here catfishing in person. Like, it's so crazy. And so now I'm just being extra careful. People are insane. And that post on Instagram made me realize, like, I ain't the only one going through it. Like, this is something that men are out here doing. They catfishing in person. They really out here living fake lives. Like, I knew people lied on, you know, social media. You heard of people pretending to be what they're not on social media, but they really out here pretending not to be what they really are, who they really are in person. It's crazy. So be careful. This Hourglass mascara, the Caution mascara, is bomb. It's bomb. It's bomb. Yeah. If you're looking for a new mascara, I have ditched the Marc Jacobs for this. Now for lip, I'm gonna keep it real boring. I'm gonna go in with the Natural Look lip gloss by Sephora. It's a really like sheer pink, real cute. Let me just set this up. Alright, so it's been 4 hours since I've been wearing this foundation, and on camera it probably still looks really good. In person it doesn't look too bad, but it is very, very dry. Like, it really, really is. Underneath my eye here, it's like cracking. My cheeks cracking, okay? It's just, it's very dry. Far away, like on camera, it looks pretty good. Even in the mirror that I have set in front of me, it looks pretty good. But when I look close, I notice like cracks and creases all over my face. That ain't cute. I use the Aqua Bomb that I always use. It's very moisturizing. I did not use a matte primer either, so I don't know. I mean, she's still cute or whatever, but overall, do I like the foundation? Yes, I do. Will I be using it? Yes, I will, because I spend my little coins on it. But will I be repurchasing? I don't see myself repurchasing. Like, it's real cute. It might just sit here because I like the packaging and it's so cute. And I have other moisturizing foundations that I can use. If you are looking for a good hydrating foundation, I do recommend the Too Faced Born This Way. It is amazing. Okay, it is for the dry faced girls. And I believe and I've heard really good things about the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, which I have here. I have not used it yet. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet, but I will be giving that a go. I heard great things about it, so that's another one you could try if you're looking for a very hydrating, moisturizing foundation. Oh, when I do that, oh, all up and through here is just cracks, girl. It's just, see that? Hopefully that showed you what I can see. Now that I know how she acts, I probably could tweak like my pre-foundation routine to cater to, you know, this dryness and try to avoid it. I mean, I felt like I did with my moisturizer and my primer, but I don't know. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Final thoughts: if you are oily, the foundation is beautiful. It is very beautiful. So if you're an oily girl, if matte foundations are your thing, I would say go for it full force. If you are dry like me, I mean, you can make it work, but it's not going to be easy. Go on and hit the subscribe button, girl. Hit the subscribe button. There it is. Here's some other videos to check out too before you go. Just go ahead, you know, just go ahead and check these out. Just check them out. Keep on watching.